Breakfast this morning.
I had a breakfast. Some water, some Gatorade. Make sure I'm water lighting.
All right, ready, start, roll.
Speaking of course, the fastest man to ever do it, Usain Bolt. You're on 800 meters today, commercially. How is it going?
Well, it was rough. It was tough. I have to show respect to the 800 meter right now. I did a few, but I guess I'm a little bit more out of shape than I thought. But Carmax put down a challenge, and I could have backed down. And it was something that I enjoyed doing. I guess I missed track and field a little bit, so I accepted the challenge.
Not a competitive race, but you're wearing again the national colours. Talk to us about how that actually felt.
For me, it was good. When they told me that I was going to wear the Jamaica colours, it felt good to know that's the Olympics here, and I was just a part of it. It gave me that Olympic fever, if you want to put it that way. But I'm always happy to put on my Jamaican colours because that's what I've always done. Even though that I've retired, I've always tried to represent Jamaica.
Talk about missing track and field. It would be your first Olympic Games since retirement that you'll not be there. What are you thinking about that?
For me, I'm actually excited. I was excited to be there. You understand? That's something I wanted, but I'm excited to just see track and field back this year, and just to see all the athletes putting out their best. And I know they're happy also. Just to sit out here is always going to be tough. So I'm just looking forward to just watching the competition, seeing who's going to show up on the day.
How does it feel to actually see the games taking place this year after the issues we have had last season?
For me, it's great to see this. You understand? I know all the athletes are happy just to be back on the track competing. And for me, as an athlete, I know it must feel after going 1 year without competing to now getting ready for the Olympics. So I'm happy to see the competition. I'm happy to see the level that they will compete at, because I know it must be tough coming off of a year of no competition to now competing at the highest level.
How do you feel about Jamaica's team heading to Tokyo?
Well, the girls are impressive. I must say, everyone is looking good. The 100 meter, 200 meter, the triple jump, the jumpers, for me, is looking very impressive. So for me, I know that the girls will make us proud. I'm a little disappointed in the men, but it's one of those things.
Many would have thought that you would be involved in sport post-retirement, post-competition. What have you been up to?
For me, I wanted to be a part of it. I've always said at the end of my career that the IWF president, if you need me to do anything, just call. I haven't gotten the call yet, you understand? But I always still come up to the track and try to give Coach Men's athlete at the Racer Track Club as much motivation as I possibly can, just to be there so they can ask me questions and stuff like that. But my main focus now is to work with my sponsors, with like Carmax, and I've been doing a lot of music. You understand? I'm also continuing with my foundation. So those are the three main things I'm focusing on, and otherwise I'm on a business venture, but when they come we'll talk about it.
It's a music. Talk to us a bit more about that.
Well, for me now, music was always a love of mine throughout my career. If you follow my career, you'll know, you understand? So we've been putting out a lot of different things. We did Clockwork for our last rhythm, and also we have a single with NJ. Oh no, it's a party, so you can go check that out.
All right, as the ultimate showman, how would you have coped with running in an empty stadium like the athletes now will be doing in Tokyo, given the state of emergency that has been put into place because of the COVID situation in Japan?
I really don't know. I can't tell you the truth. I really don't know how I would cope with that, because for me, the fans are what I feed off and really work to strive and to perform for. So I think it would have taken a lot of adjustments. I think maybe throughout the season I would have to get used to it, and then when I get to the Olympics I'll be ready. But I'm always a focused person. I'm always there to perform, but also to win.
So the athletes going in, your suggestion to them?
I'll just focus, just remind yourself of the goal that you've been working on. Remind yourself of the work that you have put in over the past 2 years, because I know that they had to train throughout the years. For last year, although it was postponed, they had to keep on training. So just remember the struggles and just remember your goals and to push on.
So we go back to the track now, and Shelley and Fraser Price surely should have won her first Olympic Games, where you won your first as well in Beijing 2008. She's run 10:63 this season, second fastest woman of all times. Your thoughts on how she's been going at this point of her career?
For me, Shellyan has really impressed me, you understand? I've always shown her a lot of love because I know she has the talent. We have come up through the youth system together, so I've seen her just develop into a wonderful sprinter. I know that she has proven to the world that she's as great as she is. I text her and tell her keep doing what she's doing. I can see that she adjusted her technique this season a lot, and that's what's helping her to run so fast because now she's a lot more fluent and upright in the last ending of her race.
Of course, she goes into the Olympic Games trying to become the first woman to win 3 100 meters title. Of course, you're the only man to have done it. How do you rate her chances?
For me, it's up there. I personally feel that Shelly is the only person that can lose this race. You understand? I hope she doesn't put too much pressure on herself going in because she's in shape, she's in form. All she has to do is go there and execute, and it shouldn't be a problem. It's not. So for me, I'm looking forward to seeing her, and I know she can do it. And I'd be happy to share something like that to win 3 Olympics with somebody like Shelly Fraser as my countrywoman.
All right, and she also doing the double this year. She's finally dipped under 22 seconds, 21.79 at the trials to complete the double. Is it likely that she could complete her first double at the Olympic Games?
I was surprised that she actually ran because I remember last time she actually did it. She was like, saying, I don't know how you did this. But now that it's all about determination. You can tell that she's determined because, as I said, she has adjusted her form and she's looking pretty good. You can tell she put in the work. So it's all up to her. It's all about execution. I think the 200 is going to be a lot tougher because after coming from the 100. So for me, I believe in her and I can see the work and the talent. So for me, it shouldn't be a problem as long as she focus and just continue pushing forward.
Of course. So we look on the men's side now, and you would have led a lot of head-to-head battles with Jamaica versus USA. We seem to be struggling in that sense. But how you look back at the battles we had with America and the fact that it look like it is fizzling this time around?
Well, it's really disappointing to see this. I felt like we had a good crop of athletes for the last couple of Olympics. So for me, it really bothers me to know that this is where we are right now. Most of the world is ahead of us. You understand? So going into the men, it's going to be a tough stuff. So for me, I'm just disappointed. You understand? Because I think we do have the talent. It's just to harvest and people to take the training seriously and get it done.
Well, one of the top coaches in Jamaica recently said that a lot of young talent, the issue that we're having is that they're not going to establish coaches after leaving high school, and it's affecting their transition.
Yes and no, you understand? Sometimes I think it's just the work, because I've seen personally on hand that we have had athletes with a lot of talent at Rangers Track Club, and it's just that the mindset, a lot of people don't have the mindset of being great. They are okay with just making a little bit of money, and that's it. No one wants to be an Olympic champion. No one dreams big. They dream of just money. And yes, money is good, but you have to dream to being great, and the money will come.
You've spoken at length about Shelley Fraser-Pryce. Now, I'm not going to ask you about her again. Elaine Thompson, she's going to the Olympics as a double defending sprint champion. Something you have done quite a few times in your career. So what's your advice to her?
For me, I saw that she showed up in the last race and got Shelley Fraser. And it's good. Competition is good. Like me and you and Blake throughout the years, we have always pushed each other to be better. So for me, that's very good that they know head-to-head and continue pushing each other, because it only benefits us as Jamaicans that we have two top-class athletes that really push each other to run fast and to do better.
In a sense, they almost need each other.
Yes, I think it's definitely good to have somebody that you can compete with, that you really know and expect to show up, you understand, and you both are running for the same country.
We've had a bit of controversy in the jumps and the throws, where on a Diamond League in particular, we see that you're now down to a jump off or a throw off to decide who wins, and the person who is leading may end up losing. You never had to deal with that. Your thoughts on this?
For me, the first time hearing about this actually, but that's crazy.